would certainly be. Oh, he's okay.
It's a pike angle.
It's a pike angle.
It's always a pike angle.
For Carrier it is. Those bone skewers are targeted for this guy. Watching that series blew my mind. Vadius, I'm so glad that you had your finger on the pulse there.
We talked about it on the way here, didn't we, Atlas?
Yeah.
Where like the mobility and how like in the meta it feels it can be difficult to play, but in a position like this.
Yeah, Faker looking for Canyon, trying to find that opportunity, scaring him with where the shot might go. Point blank, the charge, the stun, but the knockback with the monster shot is not enough. And first, the stats here for both Faker and Chovy, and it is a different story when it's the unkillable Demon King that has it. As another charm is going to connect him. Yuji executes. Lehends, they do try and even out the fight as Faker is evicted, but T1 is still standing their ground. A great start for the defending world champions as Gen G do manage to get back some control of this grub pit, and I believe for the very first time we're going to trade a couple of grubs instead of just taking 3.
That's such a hefty. Read the play effectively. Faker's on the rotation. Carrier.
Yeah, can he charge it? He does find the knockback onto FaZe. There's the crash into the wall as well. Lehends just caught out and explodes. Ona's going to grab kill credit for that. Just yet. In the shellackings that we had games 2 and 3, it's because Gen G and T1 both enabled their win.
This is going to be a difficult objective to contest, meaning the 4 grubs will go in the favor of T1.
Gonna let it go. No possible contest, and a Nidalee composition that isn't able to snowball early objectives.
And a Tristana composition that doesn't get a decent amount of grubs.
Yep, quite rough, and there is vision. Gen G obviously knew that this was happening.
We gotta lock it in as Keen gets in there before the arrow does
so
come down.
low.
Slightly mistimed, but yeah, Keen was already softened up. And you can see Zeus makes his way into the mid lane. They are taking control of the lanes as Gen G are committing onto this Rift Herald. Chains of Corruption going to connect onto Lehends. He's trying down the ulti, but he's just dead. There's nothing he can do, but Keen gets rid of 2, and now Faker, he's able to dance his way out. Carrier, he's burning, but he should be absolutely fine. Regens that health because he's out of vision. And Chovy still in a little bit of trouble. Zay's going to take a mid lane out, a turret at the same time.
Second dragon of the game will go towards T1, equalizing that up. But the goal difference is the most crucial thing.
And T1 going to be able to clean up the last remaining outer turret here as well. Faker going to claim credit for that one.
And I know we've mentioned it a lot as a hold that thought Lehends might be in trouble again, but looks like he's going to be okay. Although Guma...
Oh, manages to catch him on the juke, and he explodes one more. Canyon there, but gets the true damage on that Orb of Deception as Lehends allowed to drive once again. I don't know about it as he gets pulled back immediately, but he's able to absorb a lot of it still. The answering Impale is so good. The arrow is going to connect onto the backline, onto Carrier.
Set up for this top tower, but the TP is committed. Can they dive?
We'll see. It's going to be a fair bit of damage onto this one. Spear is going to be coming out perfectly. There's the twisted advance. The charm goes wide. Faker's dead. That is going to be Canyon taking him down, but it's now Zeus trying to be the hero. He catches Canyon with the Counter-Strike stun, and he's under the wrong turret. Lehends going to go down for the 5th time, and it's a double for the other solo laner. They may have got Faker, but this is what he does. He baits them in.
They're just TPing to mid to try and get something in return.
Gen G just wanted the tower. Faker TP's in. They sit there and say to themselves, this should be an easy pick. His ulti wasn't off cooldown, but the collapse was crucial. Gen G, I don't think you can do this dragon. They're going to start it, but the collapse...
For this lethality, Varus. T1 really just have Gen G exactly where they want them. This is such a change from what we saw in this exact... Still looking pretty rough.
I mean, worlds aside, the fact that T1 is even getting revenge.
Now on cooldown for a little while as T1 look to set up a 5-man siege on this inner turret. At 23 minutes, sieging is quite difficult unless the Bone Skewer comes through. The arrow is denied by the ulti from Keen, but now with only 2 stragglers here, Zeus will explode. It's Canyon that locks up the kill as Keen dives in once again. Pei is able to take down Carrier, but it's Gumayusi standing. Lehends here. Pike so incredibly squishy. There's the teleport from Keen. The front line will arrive. Chains of Corruption do go wide as now Lehends, he's chunked out just a little bit, but he's going to throw his life away for a good position in a team fight. Carrier on a flank angle. It is going to be Ona taking soul point, but can they win the fight? That's a phenomenal ultimate from Keen, and Paze is untouched. Still Carrier explodes, pops like a balloon. Zeus has the Counter-Strike, but he has no friends. Faker dives in to try and save him. The flash on the Kenobi, and it's a double kill. Paze now standing his ground. Gumayusi can't do anything, and Gen G will ace.
Baron is going to come through.
Oh man, and look, he may not have got the dragon.
Actually connect, even though Ono was able to land the ultimate. The top tower is now exposed as they turn their attention to mid to try and defend.
T1 can bide their time. I just don't think they will.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp going to cut out the arrow, connecting onto Ono. Chains of Corruption just to try and buy some space with the flash. Onto Faker, the knock-up, and he's dead. Pieces arrows follow him into the death chamber as the Impale is decent. Ono's still alive, he's so tanky, and it's Gumayusi taking matters into his own hands. The spears go wide and the coffee goes down. It's a double kill for the Skarner, and Chovy's still alive. There's a bit of damage, but he gets over the wall, flashes, but the Bone Skewer finds him. The shutdown for Goomer and T1. They want to go to London. And Gen.G trying to get the fight, but the Death Timers are too long. Oh, it's only Canyon versus the world here as T1 are taking down their first inhibitor of the game. They are not done yet. Nexus turret stand between them and another final. He goes golden. He's holding onto the wave. He wants to take it down. He does. But another one is Conga lining in. Lehends, he knows he just has to move it away from these Nexus turrets. And he is able to stall it out. Another teleport. Faker does come back.